Support for Steppin Out comes in part from the Kristovich family in honor of Mary Lou and Bill Kristovich.
Steppin Out, spotlighting the New Orleans area's arts and entertainment scene. Seated at our table tonight, Jonathan Merez, here to tell us about a special screening of the movie Napoleon Dynamite at the Joy Theater. Welcome back.
Right. Thanks for having me, Peggy.
Good to see you. Hello. Poppy Tooker, host of the radio program Louisiana Eats, airing twice weekly on WWNO Radio. Good to see you. Hello.
Hi, Peg.
Hi. He's back. We're so glad. Musician Michael O'Hara, a.k.a. The Sheik, who will perform for us later. Welcome back, sir.
Thanks for having me.
So good to see you. And Alan Smason, talk about back from Israel. Alan Smason of theatercriticism.com. And we'll also have a performance by actor Clint Johnson from the new holiday musical Mandatory Merriment, and we'll visit with the director, Leslie Castet. But first up, Poppy.
Well, Giving Tuesday continues because I was Tuesday at the most fabulous event, a preview at the New Orleans Culinary and Hospitality Institute, that new project of
Noki?
Yeah, Noki. T. Martin and Dickie Brennan. They've been at this a long time, right there in Lee Circle. It's fabulous. It's a program for people who have graduated from high school, 6-month program, mainstreams them. Emerald was there. This was Tuesday, Giving Tuesday. It was Miss Ella's birthday, and Ella gave, look at Emerald and see how adorable they are. He gave $250,000 as a matching grant. So to participate, go to Noki.org to donate, and Emerald will match your money up to $250,000. Then, you know, Mexican people have a fabulous Christmas tradition of tamales. That's what they choose to eat for Christmas. And one of my favorite people, Eddie Hernandez, is coming to New Orleans for a Stryjewski Link Foundation fundraiser. It's a Mexican Christmas tamale dinner. It's next Thursday at Cochin. The tickets are just $85, and it's going to be fun because Eddie is such good friends with Donald and Stephen. His Taqueria del Sol in Atlanta and Tennessee is simply incredible. His book, Tortillas and Turnip Greens. And Eddie has been a musician, he's a drummer, a firefighter, a mayor, and he's an award-winning chef and restaurateur. So it's going to be such a fun evening, and tamales too. Then, you know, Santa is coming, and Santa is coming to Tableau on Jackson Square on Sunday, December 9th and the 23rd. Santa himself will be there, taking wish lists, checking out if you're naughty or nice, posing for photos. So make the reservation now, because you know those things with the kids fill up. And Dickie's got the most exciting new idea. You know how every year we love talking about his temperature lunch. Well, he is starting temperature drinks. From tomorrow until February the 28th. All of Dickie's restaurants are offering hot cocktails with prices tethered to the forecasted low temperature of the day. So when it gets down to 47 degrees at night, that means your hot cocktail's $4.70. You can take a stroll through the quarter and indulge in more than one. At the Palace Cafe, there's hot spiced rum. At the Steakhouse, there's a hot toddy. At the Bourbon House, there's Yule hot cider. And at Tableau, there's hot buttered rum. And I would just also like to mention that you are limited to 2 hot drinks per restaurant, but that still all adds up to 8. And if you're feeling romantic after your last drink at Tableau, you can pose under the mistletoe for a big kiss, because the giant mistletoe is up at Tableau on Jackson Square, which don't you just love that picture? So anyway, lots of fun. And by the way, Revion now is including drinks too. So there's drink specials for Revion this year called Revion on the Rocks. So more on that soon.
Okay, thank you very much. And next up for Southern Rep Theater is a nod to the Christmas season. Leslie Castet and Clint Johnson were both with us here earlier today to discuss some mandatory merriment. actress, singer, producer, director. The list is long for Leslie Castet. And this time around, you're wearing some of those hats, many of them.
I am, different
but
hats.
But not actress this time.
No, I'm stepping on the other side of the footlights this time. It's a show that I co-created with Ian Hoke, the wonderful Ian Hoke, and I've decided I needed to direct it because I had to have total control over this one this time. It's a 5-character musical, actually 6 characters if you count.
And I love mandatory.
Thank you.
Merriman, of course. And for those of us who really can't get enough Christmas music in the course of the Christmas holidays, this is the show for you, right?
It's great. It's an original jukebox musical for the holidays, is how I like to call it. We do about a great mix of very familiar tunes and some not so familiar tunes that you may know. Everything from Irving Berlin to Chuck Berry and everything in between.
The added gift is at a brand new facility for Southern Rep.
Really beautiful.
Which is kind of amazing because I used to go to Mass there. Formerly St. Rose de Lima, this magnificent church has been, which sadly has closed for many years, is being transformed into a new great people space, isn't it?
But it's still a very wonderful place of community and love and celebration. So I think it's a perfect fit for a new home for Southern Rep. The front of the space is the Sanctuary Bar where you can come in and have a drink in the lobby before or after the show. And the rear of the church is now a wonderful black box convertible space that we're putting up mandatory merriment, where we've created the world of Benny's Tavern.
Well, having seen the drawings for the church, I'm looking forward to going into the theater. It's very reverential to the design, though. It really keeps that in mind. So was it hard, just like, gee, what to include and what not to include for the show?
We had a lot to work with, obviously, but once we decided what the characters and the situations would be, the music sort of just...
So it's one night in a New Orleans bar.
3 days.
3 days in a New Orleans bar. Okay.
You know when you get stressed before the holidays? If you got stranded, an unforeseen weather event strands 5 strangers into off-the-radar bar in the French Quarter, dive bar, and they're trapped there for 3 days. So it makes them set the pause button.
Absolutely.
And enjoy the holidays.
And we have a taste, and tell us what we're about to hear.
We're about to hear Clint Johnson sing and perform Please Come Home for Christmas.
Well, let's take it away. Go ahead, Clint.
You know, growing up, there wasn't a lot of singing at my house during the holidays. Unless you count Mom talking to the cops. Anyway, you know, for a long time, this time of year just made me a little blue. Bells will be ringing, the glad, glad news. Oh, what a Christmas to have the blues. My baby's gone, I have no friends to wish me greetings. Once again, choirs will be singing Silent Night Christmas carols by candlelight. Please come home for Christmas. Please come home for Christmas. If not for Christmas, by New Year's night. Friends and relations send salutations. As sure as the stars shine above. Oh, this is Christmas, Christmas, my dear. The time of year to be with the one you love. So won't you tell me that you'll never more on Christmas and New Year's gonna find you home. There'll be no more sorrow, no grief or pain, and I'll be happy, baby, for Christmas once again. There'll be no more sorrow, no grief or pain, and I'm gonna be happy, baby, happy for Christmas once again.
2nd. It's a brand new show at Southern Rep Theater on Bayou Road. That's off North Broad now until December 23rd. Visit Southern Rep's website for tickets, and yes, there is parking. New Orleans Magazine's quiz queen, Julia Street, has a question for us. Last time, Ginger Lagrange told us what the gift on the first day of the song 12 Yachts of Christmas was, and who recorded it. The answers: a crawfish caught in Araby, of course, and Benny Grunch and the Bunch. Now tonight's question. This Cajun-accented Christmas song includes the line, "Oh, Santa Claus will come tonight down in the bayou." What's the song's name, and who recorded the original version? Email your answers to steppinout@wyes.org. Our prize is a year subscription to Louisiana Life magazine. A t-shirt with the message, "I love Lucy," from our friends at wearablevegetables.com. You can go to WYES for our online calendar to see our lineup of events, including a free concert at St. Joseph Abbey, the church in Covington, and that is tomorrow. And it's called Mystical Sounds, and you can also, and Heavenly Sounds as well. You can also link to our WYES YouTube to see our program. Now, Michael, we're so glad to have you back. You've been writing more books and performing around town.
Absolutely. I just published my second novel. It's the sequel to the first book, Church, !
Because you are also an ordained minister as well.
I am also an ordained minister. And the next one that is just published is The Little Minister Part 1. And it's all, they can be found both on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
Well, once again, congratulations. Now, you're playing around town a lot.
I kind of feel like I'm wearing a lot of different hats, because around town these days I'm playing as the torch singer. And that's at the Chop House on Fridays and Mondays, every Friday and Monday, and also at Fleming's on Thursdays. And then I'm doing Windsor Court sometime, a lot of different places like that. And then tomorrow, Saturday, I'm playing on the West Bank and Gretna at Gattuso's as the Sheik. And I'm gonna drop it like it's and that's 7 to 10 p.m. tomorrow night, Saturday, the 1st
Well,
of December.
I know I've asked you this probably every time you come on, but I just think you're such an inspiration. How much weight have you lost?
233 pounds today.
And how long has that taken? I mean, it's a long
Well,
time.
first you give birth, and then you, no, it took 9 years to do it. I did it slowly. I told you guys, and I'll tell you guys again. I was afraid of the bariatric surgery, so I just decided to change my life because I wanted to live. When the doctor said you're going to die, in the doctor's office, my blood pressure was 287 over 187. Wow. And she said, you're about to stroke out right here in my office. And so I made a promise to God and myself and my family that I would change my life. That's why I can't hang out with Poppy, because she takes you everywhere. No.
Now, remind us once again of your website, because there you can get an update on all the things you're doing.
MichaelDreams.com, and you can also find me on Facebook, Michael J. O'Hara. I have about 4 sites on
You're a pretty active Facebook guy.
I am. I make it a point to answer everybody personally.
Oh, that's great. Well, we're going to let you move across the room to perform for us, which we appreciate.
And sing for my supper.
And sing for your supper. Go right ahead. And tonight, Michael will be performing the classic Christmas song, "O Holy Night," composed in 1847 in France by Adolphe Adam. The lyrics are actually taken from a poem by Placide Cappeau. And now, Michael O'Hara.
This is one of my all-time Christmas favorites, and I give it to you as a gift. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees Christ was born. Oh, night divine, oh, night divine. Fall on your knees, oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine, oh, night divine.
Wow. You can see Michael perform live at Gattuso's. It's the neighborhood restaurant in Old Historic Gretna. That's tomorrow night. Now, Jonathan, great to see you again. And
Likewise.
you're doing another presentation at the Joy.
I certainly am. These film screening events seem to be very popular. People thoroughly enjoy them. If it's one of their favorite movies, they get to come, see the movie if they haven't seen it in a while, and then get to hear some behind-the-scenes stories that they wouldn't get anywhere else.
Now,
So,
Napoleon Dynamite has a cult following, doesn't
it
it?
absolutely does. Actually, next year will be its 15th anniversary, and it was made for $100,000, and it ended up making $60 million.
And there's so many quotable quips from it.
Oh,
huh?
absolutely. And we're going to have a lot of tie-ins for this event, too, that tie into the screening. For example, tater tots play a big part in the movie. So Company Burger will be there to provide tater tots, among other things.
And you've got Napoleon himself coming,
He
huh?
will be there. Jon Heder will be there himself, and he's going to do a Q&A afterwards, and he's going to introduce the film. And for VIP ticket holders, he will take pictures with you before and chat with you. So it should be a great time.
Well, a few months back, of course, you did Val Kilmer.
That's right.
And,
That's
and
right.
having attended that, it's a really nice setup.
Oh, absolutely.
If you haven't been to the Joy lately. I should
Exactly,
say, you know.
and a lot of people know the Joy just from maybe concerts or musical performances, but for film showings and screenings, it's a really nice venue. The screen is fantastic, the seating is very comfortable, and it's a really nice environment.
Now, we also have something else coming up that you're involved in, and that's, of course, in March, wearing my Tennessee Williams Festival hat.
That's right.
Anais is going to be with us, and you all
Yes.
will remount.
That's right. We're going to do Lulu White, Queen of Storyville, which she wrote with Denise Altabello, and Harry Marone is the accompanist, and it's a really fantastic show. We did it for 2 weekends in August with JPAS, and audiences just loved it, and we got some fantastic notices, so thought it'd be great to bring it back, and it's going to be perfect for the Tennessee Festival.
Yeah, so
we're
looking
excited.
forward to that.
Great.
So once again, we're glad you're here. Good
Thank
luck
you,
with
Peggy.
that. So
I
next
appreciate it.
Friday.
Yes, next
Napoleon
Friday
Dynamite.
night. That's it. Be there at the
Okay.
Joy Theater.
Yes. And tonight, for our visual artist spotlight, I wanted to mention the second annual Champagne Sparkle event, which is a holiday walk and champagne tasting in the Arts District of New Orleans. It's happening tomorrow with 17 downtown art galleries participating in the event. Also celebrating the performing arts tonight, we're featuring items that are part of an online auction called a Menagerie of Holiday Gifts. And this is a 1951 program of Tennessee Williams's play, The Rose Tattoo, from Faulkner House Books. We also have a rare sterling silver streetcar pin from Thomas Mann for the festival. There aren't too many of those left. And additionally, we have a large silver plate compotes from Kyle's Antiques. These, as well as other fabulous items, such as lunch at Ralph's in the Park with Errol Laborde and me, are up for auction. And only until, though, December the 8th, all proceeds benefit the Tennessee Williams Festival. And, of course, you can go to 501auctions.com/TWFest to place your bids. And now, once again, he is back, Mr. Allen.
I know, and I'm actually all tied up right now. I'm tell you what, trying to get undone. That's all right. We'll just leave it alone.
Proceed.
I actually just wanted to, let everybody know I'm back indeed in town. But normally, I'm reviewing the shows at the Sanger Theater. Because I was out of town this week, the Broadway Across New Orleans On Your Feet production. I wasn't able to see, but I am going to be able to see it tomorrow,
Oh,
so
good.
not to
Okay.
worry. And I will be able to more or less talk about it to anybody personally. But I'm going to rely on my experience of having seen it on Broadway, because I did get to see the original show at the Marquis Theater, and I thought that they did a wonderful job. It was one of my favorite shows that I saw, I guess, about 3 years ago. So based on the performances that I saw there, I can definitely recommend this show. I feel confident and comfortable. It's about, of course, Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine, but it's more than that. On Your Feet is what I would call, obviously, a jukebox show, patterned along the lines of Jersey Boys for the Four Seasons and ABBA's Mamma Mia. But much of the storyline deals with the two Glorias, that is, Gloria Estefan and her mother, Gloria Fajardo. The full title of the music, though, is The Story of Emilio and Gloria Estefan. Now, much of the book deals with the courtship and the relationship that Emilio and Gloria have, but it also deals with their difficult relationship with the other Gloria, their mother and mother-in-law. Please cue Ernie Cato. The tragic bus accident, of course, that occurred late in her career, and how she came back from that, which, of course, almost killed her. But on the New York stage, the full orchestra played. I'm not sure, Peggy, if there was a full orchestra playing on stage. I hope that there was, because it's so thrilling when they come out at the very beginning of the show, and they have the horns going and all the congas and all manner of an array of different Cuban instruments, etc. So I imagine it will be a lot of fun there. The dance hits, again, conga, rhythm is going to get you on your feet. They're all there, but also some beautiful ballads like Anything for You, Mi Tierra, and Coming Out of the Dark. On Your Feet through December the 2nd. Meanwhile, we're talking about Tennessee Williams. The Tennessee Williams Theater Company has come up with a special way to celebrate the Christmas holidays, New Orleans style. They are presenting Tennessee's comedy, if you want to call that, an examination, if you will, of the seamy underbelly of New Orleans. It's titled The Mutilated. Of course, it's not all fun and laughs. There may not be a lot of Christmas sales in this one, more like some holiday rough trade. Tennessee Williams Christmas Spectacular, The Mutilated, runs from December the 7th through the 22nd.
Alan,
Meanwhile, I'll be seeing Irving Berlin's White Christmas, the musical, but I won't be able to review it until a couple of weeks from now, but that'll be right before the closing. But I want to recommend people get out and see it. It's going to be a great show with Michael McKelvey directing, Donna Clavijo as music director, and the maestro himself, Dennis Asaf, with the conducting baton. And again, ladies and gentlemen, let me just mention one other thing that's coming up. This is one night only. Bremner Duthie's 33, a cabaret. Now, I saw this as part of the New Orleans International Fringe Festival several years ago. It deals with a lone survivor of Germany from a group of cabaret performers. And again, it's really beautiful songs that Duthie has collected. They're electric and moving, and anyone who sees this will be moved. It's not for kids, and again, not for Holocaust deniers, obviously, but don't miss this one. It's a remounting of a very, very beautiful work, and one that will actually, give you chills and thrills. By the way, Bremner is a New Orleanian by choice now after having performed here and fallen in love with the city.
By the way, my vote for best name of a Christmas musical, the Great American Trailer Park Musical. That's now at the Slidell Little Theater. It's the last weekend.
It's been around a little bit.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun, though. And now it's time for our picks. Jonathan.
Yes, every Wednesday, Anais St. John performs at Little Gem Saloon for Women Crush Wednesdays. Go out and see her. She's fantastic. She's great.
Well, Sunday, the Historic New Orleans Collection is having a first ever pop-up holiday art market. I'll be there signing books with my friend Sally Asher in her full mermaid garb. And then tomorrow there is a brunch bake sale benefiting Second Harvest Food Bank at Simone's Market. The sweets are coming from Beth Biondo, Bywater Bakery, Gracious, Tartine, Love. It's going to be delicious. You can get all the baked stuff then, tomorrow.
Michael.
Well, the Torch Singer plays every Friday, every Monday at the Chop House.
This is another persona.
Another persona. And then on Thursday nights at Fleming's. But tomorrow night at Gattuso's, the Chic will be at full regalia. Be there.
Well, what kind of Jewish journalist wouldn't I be if I didn't wish everybody a happy Hanukkah, but also mention the Running of the Santas is going to be Saturday, December the 8th. That's going to be Generations Hall on Andrew Higgins Boulevard. Again, what a tradition New Orleans has, the Running of the Santas, the Running of the Bulls, et cetera, et cetera.
And I know the money goes to a good cause, too, so that's great. And before my picks, I wanted to show you a photograph of the fairgrounds on Thanksgiving Day, taken by track photographer Lou Hodges. By the way, the Louisiana Champions Day races. They're next Saturday, and it's also a sip and shop this Sunday too at the fairgrounds. Lots of fun things over there, and you can check their website for more info. There will be a holiday art market tomorrow at the home of Jill Dupree and Josh Mayer on Esplanade Avenue. Stationery designer Alexa Pulitzer will be there. Jeweler Patrice McMurray will have a holiday show and sale tomorrow. That's at 949 Harding Drive. And Connie and Potter, of course, Casey Willems will also be having a holiday show and sale tomorrow and Sunday at 530 Jefferson Avenue. Chris Champagne, he's back. He's putting on another installment of his comedy show tomorrow night. That's at Swirl Wine Bar and Market on Ponce de Leon, across from Mystery Park. Admission is $15. Don't miss the New Orleans Ballet Association's production of The Nutcracker, and that's at Tulane University's Dixon Hall. There will be 2 performances on Sunday, one at 3 and then one at 6. Visit nobadance.com for tickets. And finally, author Jason Berry will be signing his new book, City of a Million Dreams, next Monday night at Metairie Park Country Day School. Back to On Your Feet for a minute, because I was really not familiar with it, and I know, as you said, you saw it, but I thought it was fascinating because the whole connections to and her inspiration from her mom and her grandmother, which is true, you know, who escaped from Cuba.
Absolutely.
I mean, it really adds a lot of texture to it.
There's a lot of background that you don't know about Gloria Estefan and the struggles that she had, and how it was really kind of a little bit of a fortuitous connection that she made with Emilio. And by the way, Emilio is not just you know, her husband and a musician, but you know, he really is her partner in life. They actually put the money together to put this musical on Broadway and keep it on Broadway.
Smart.
Yeah.
And the little girl who plays the younger Gloria, you know, about 10 or 11 years old, maybe preteen, she's terrific too.
Yeah.
You know.
There's a lot of smaller parts that are in there that are very, very heartwarming. And, you know, I think again, I'm sorry that I didn't get to see it in advance. I'm glad that I have an opportunity to see it tomorrow, though.
And yes, everybody got up at the end and started doing the conga.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, thank you all so very much for being with us, and thank you for watching. Good night.